The Gardener Masterclass is proudly brought to you by Stark Airs, the foremost African commercial and home gardening specialists of globally sold premium seed and innovative gardening solutions, growing together for a sustainable future. And the Gardener and Detainee magazines. Get access to the greatest gardening minds, latest gardening trends, inspirational ideas and tips.
Good morning, everybody. Long time, long time. I've been dancing around this garage since about 1:45. Like, wait, guys, it's been like since October. Long time, hey? We're back. It's a big one, guys. It's autumn. This is like a big one. And what I keep saying, wherever I am, last weekend or the weekend before, we were at the Melansians Gardening Festival. OMG. Did you see the dahlias I bought home? Did you see that? Thank the Pope. George arrived, George the plant collector, George Mann, and Luan, because some of those dahlias were like taller than me, and we're picking them, and I go down to try and pick up one, and you know I got a bit of a wonky back, like a bit of a woo-woo going on there. I try and pick up this dahlia bulb. Well, I nearly had, like, whatever, bend over. George and I had to pick this bulb up. That's how big it was. Crackerjack. Anyway, bottom line is, couldn't fit in my suitcase. Second problem, couldn't fit in the box that was available. Third problem, actually not a problem. Oh, Ari's busy. Had to put them in a new box, and poor George had to courier them to me, but never mind. Last weekend, big holes. I had to pull shrubs out because I had no space. Anyway, they're in the garden because, guys, the things that we do now determine our spring garden. It is, if there's any a time in the year that you are going to have that once a year urge to garden, do it now. I need you to plant seeds. I need you to prune back. I need you to plant bulbs. I need you to look after the leaves. There is so much, because what we do now determines the success of our spring garden. In spring, we should be like hanging out with our Oros, with added stuff, water, and chilling out and watching our garden grow and just doing a bit of deadheading and a bit of feeding. That's really what we should be doing. But it's been a long time. And you know what? I was in Cape Town a few weeks ago, and this big, tall, beautiful man comes walking up to me, like beautiful. Like, I'm like, yeah, you know who it was? It was Tian, my other boyfriend. Well, I've only got one, actually. It was Tian, who I always see here. And I'm always like, where are you? Because he's really good looking, so I go and stalk him. Anyway, I got to meet Tian. So it was really exciting. Guys, welcome to all of you that are on Facebook, on YouTube. I see it's just, there you are, there's Tian. Hello, morning. Morning to Shirley. Renisha, good morning. Fee, good morning. Renata, goeiemorgen, hoe gaan het? Guys, who have I got here? Juan from Randburg. Yeah, it's cold, guys. It's cold, and we've had beautiful rain. Some parts, I know, Gauteng, Stellenbosch. Did you see those students, what they were up to? Going behind the Hilux on a boogie board. Yeah, I so would have done that. I so would have been that person. But yeah, we've had, the Cape rains have started, which is marvelous. We are having our last rains, I imagine, before the winter. So yeah, we're all good. We are all good. So buckle up, guys. There's a lot in store. So let's just get straight to it. What should we be doing now? And we're going to do this autumn checklist, and it's going to be really fast, quick, and furious. So, what should we be planting? Number one, we should be planting anything. Why? Because in South Africa, we actually call autumn our second spring. Yeah, our second spring. because if you had slightly dead-headed things, and even if you do them now, it's not too late if you do them over now, you're going to have a beautiful flush. But you're going to see some plants like salvias in the garden that have got a bit tall and leggy. Any perennials, your gora might be getting along a bit taller. This is the test, guys, and it's very, very simple. If this is said shrub, actually, let's do this. I'm going to demonstrate with this. So, Mason, come down here. We need to show something. So, if this is your said plant, whether it be a salvia, whether it be this beautiful sun patience that's got a bit tall, if you go down on your hands and knees, and you can see your husband's or other half's knees, like I'm seeing Mason's knees right now, through the plant, you know you need to prune it. How's that? Well, look, the plant's actually telling you. So this is all the growth that's happened in summer. Nice and tall, nice and tall. But look, this has become all leggy. And that's going to be exactly the same as your goras or gaura, however you pronounce it, or your salvias. They've all just got too tall. So they've got a few little flowers and that on the leaves on the top, but then your stems are really naked. So it's pruning time. And guys, pruning, you're going to remove about a third. Don't go harder than a third, especially if you're in a frost area. But I'm basically taking that off there. And now don't cry. Yes, it's going to come back even more beautiful for you. So we're taking those off. And look what we've done. We've removed that third already. Where we've pruned, you can already see. Here, the plant was already pushing the new foliage. That didn't just arrive like now. That was here. So we pruned that now. Now that we've removed that, this is just going to get all the energy, whereas the energy was still going to this, which is past its sell-by date. Energy is all going to go in here, and this guy is going to just go boof. Okay, and that's where you're going to get that amazing flush. So do that. With grasses, if your grasses are falling over, like they've grown on and they're falling over, then you can give them a prune. But a lot of people want to give them a heavy prune now. And I'm going to say no. I'm going to say hang tight, because they've plumed, they've flowered, they're looking beautiful. The birds are going to be all around in them. And there's a thing in winter when the grasses turn brown, or they go that beautiful, like golden light color, that yellow, that is just spectacular in the garden. It really is beautiful. Color without even having to plant anything, that golden autumn hue, like on Golden Pond, that kind of thing. And so leave that, because then in spring, you're going to cut it low, like really, really low. Bit of fertilizer around it, a little bit of compost, and then bang, it comes up. Okay, so try that. And if your OCD starts kicking in, like, it's starting to look like a bit untidy, what we do is, and it works really, really well, I'll demonstrate it very quickly. If you've got a grass, so let's pretend that there is a grass growing here, okay, and it's got tall and it's starting to fall over. Take 3 little stakes, 1, 2, 3, make a little triangle around them, and then take a bit of twisty tie and just loop it round so it holds it. So you're not seeing all the mechanism. I mean, not tall things like this, just low ones, and you put it quite tight and it holds it together, but like a corset, you know, and then everything comes out the top. You with me? I know you've got a picture of a grass. Okay, all right. So, okay, what else? It's time to plant our bulbs, guys. And just come here. This is what we call, because you're going to look at this and you're going to say, I want one of these. Oh my gosh, I really want one of these. And that is called one of the 7 gardening sins, which is called garden envy, which you are currently experiencing. And garden envy is one of the 7 deadly gardening sins. The other 6 I can't tell you about right now. But this is a nerine bulb that was planted last in fact, this one was planted many years ago, but I'm going to tell you about it. But if you had bought it, you would have needed to have planted it in spring last year. Yes, to get this, which is why that garden timing is so important. So if you're going to plant the bulbs now that I'm going to tell you to plant, then you could have a display like this, but not of nerines. So nerines, this, you can see how old this terracotta pot is. You can see how thick these are. Guys, this nerine, I've got two, used to be at the bottom of the steps, of the red polished steps of my Oma's house. Remember when they polished them with cobra, that beautiful smell. When I smell that, I'm like at Oma's house. And when Oma passed away, that pot went to my mom. And when my mom passed away, that pot came to me. So that is, these right here are my Oma's nerine bulbs. Amazing, hey? That's 40 years. Hey? Cracker jack. Okay. So they do last. They do exceptionally well in pots. So let's take a look at what we should be planting. Guys, they are available all over at your local garden centre now, even at some hardware stores, or you can even go online. So it's daffodils. It's beautiful, beautiful. Chinkery cheese. Come on, chinkery cheese. These are like so dead easy. They're so new, so small, but you will not believe the flower power that comes out of that little bulb. How do you plant them? Hello, look at the instructions. There's instructions on the back. Tells you how deep, how wide. Okay, if you're worried about molds, if you are worried about molds, fear not. Fear not, because all you're going to do is you're going to take a plastic pot or terracotta pot or whatever. You're going to put the soil in, you're going to put your bulbs in, you're going to dig a hole in your garden, and you're going to put that pot in the garden. Finish. When they finish flowering, you pull the pot out, you put it in an area that gets some light. You just let it die down, water it once every now and then, and forget about it. Next season, you take them same pot and you bury it again, and you get more bulbs. That's it, nice and easy. Okay, the best, and I have these every year in the garden, beautiful irises. These Dutch irises, this is like the ultimate for me. It's a beautiful cut flower. Hyacinth bucket, and Mrs. Bouquet, hyacinths, plant some, and remember these you can even put on some pebbles, and if you want to know how to do that, check out our YouTube channel, because we show you how to put these hyacinths. And onions, if you want the best onions, you grow them from a bulb. And here's a tip, take these onions and plant them in some pots, 3 at least, in your flower beds. Plant the onions in your flower beds, because when an onion flowers, it's got a big white head about this big, circular, and it looks like an alien. Spectacular, just spectacular. Okay, so plant your bulbs now. There are lots of leaves. There's lots that you're going to be digging and planting and getting in. So we're going to have some excess. What do we do with the excess? But before I get to that, I've been told I must go and look at the queue. Oh, hey guys, there's Lebo, Leandra, Melissa, Catherine, Marika. Oh, guys, Shirley. Hey. View queue. Okay, hold on. I'm going to take a sip. Hoe ver met 'n kruis is mint en basil snoei? Really good question. Really good question. I'm going to find an example. Okay. If you've got perennial basil, no. Okay, I don't have something to show you. What are you looking at? What must I take? This. Okay, we can take this. Pretend this was basil. Okay, pretend it was basil. If it's the perennial basil, okay, the perennial basil, not that one with the glossy leaves. If you have got annual basil, the glossy leaves, number 1, you shouldn't have let it flower, okay? Number 2, never prune that basil too hard. That thing has got serious FOMO, head issues, problems, psychological issues, because when you prune sweet basil too short, it dies. Okay, so with sweet basil, you only just take the tips off, which is what you're going to be using for cooking. Okay, or as a garnish. So only little bits. However, if you've got the perennial basil, much slightly different color leaf, can get quite big, like a meter in the garden. Those you would prune back a half, because it's tough. It can cope. Your mint, and this is where I want you to be ruthless. Your mint, you are going to prune to soil level. Soil level, please. And listen to me. You've got to do this. Prune to soil level, guys. Right down. We pruned ours last weekend. Yeah, last weekend. We've got basil in pots because basil's quite enthusiastic. Hasn't had its medication. Basil, mint, we keep it in pots. If you do want to keep it in your herb garden, take it, the pot that you've got it, and bury the pot so that it doesn't take over and smother and kill everything else. All right, but with mint, you prune it flat, soil level, sprinkle a bit of organic fertilizer and a little bit of compost on top of it, and just like that, and then away it goes. Nice and easy. Okay, right, leaves. Lots of leaves. It's at this time of the year where I carry, and this is a true story, and you're gonna think I'm mad. I'm not Father Christmas, no. But I carry black bin bags in my bakkie because I carry one of those rolls. Because if I'm in an area which I know down the road, like in the next suburb, I can't say where, because you might go and take all my leaves. So, no, I'll tell you, Jan Smuts Avenue in Gillett, there's this row of beautiful plane trees, and I never have enough leaves for the garden. Never, ever, ever. So I carry these black bin bags, and when I'm kind of in the area, I stop and I just load leaves. Load leaves, bin bags of leaves, because this is the time when I can then take them, use them as mulch in the garden, which is free. I put it on the compost heap. I make leaf mold with it. So please, whatever you do, do not put it in a bin bag and pay somebody to take it away. This is like your best gift. This is the best thing we've been gifted, are the leaves. And yeah, I know, somebody's got to rake them up, and it becomes a bit of a thing. But I mean, this, yeah. Besides the fact that I know you all just want to go and play in it right now, and this is just beautiful. And we have several things that we do with this. So one, because these leaves are brown already, we can take them and just put them on the compost heap because it's a good source of carbon. Green leaves, remember, that is not your ultimate source of carbon. So your green leaves, you can rake those up and put them in a bag, or just put them somewhere where the sun can then beat down in them, like in one of those grain bags or something. Then they turn brown, then you can put it on the compost heap, because then you get a really good source of carbon. But these guys, because they are brown already, we take them as is and throw them on the compost heap. The other thing, we put them straight onto the That's called a commercial break. Sorry about that. We think the monkeys ran over all the cables. And we think something did blow up somewhere in Controversy Drive. That's why it's called Controversy Drive. Things happen. So, sincere apologies. I was just talking, and then somebody told me stop talking because ain't nobody watching nothing here. So, sorry guys, we're back. And I hope you're back with us. So, back to the leaves. Okay, we got the leaves, we got the mulch. What is the mulch going to do? Control the temperature in the soil, stop the weeds from germinating. Plus, when that starts breaking down, that is going to add that much needed organic matter that we want in our soils. And you just keep adding. Only thing I want to say to you as a quick thing, if you're using leaves are fine to go right up to the plant, right up. But if you're using something a bit bigger like bark nuggets, bark chips, or you're using compost that's really broken down, try and avoid going around the collar. Okay, because that can cause root rot or collar rot. So don't go all the way up to the collar of the plant. Just keep a little bit away. But this is gold. You've got to use it. You've got to put it down because this adds so much to our garden. So, yeah, I get it. What do we do now? We've got all these. Oh, yes. Okay, this is how it goes. We got a blower. We've got a rake. And we're going to be raking and blah, blah, fish paste. But there's another gadget, and I have been gifted one, which I'm going to crash test right now. So this is called a lawn and leaf, how's your father? Lawn and leaf catcher, sweeper, lawn and leaf sweeper. So guys, this thing looks pretty tall and big, I know, but it's actually quite light. I mean, there, one hand. So what it does is, I want to show you here very quickly. That's your setting. So it basically, you're going to have to look inside here, Mace. There are the little sweepers, like little brush things. Okay, so you can use it on the lawn, you can use it on paving, and this is your aperture. So you can control how big the things are that you need to, and your height as well. It's 1/2 meter wide, and it's got this big collecting thing here that I could possibly put Rolo into and take him shopping with. Oh, that's what we're doing this weekend. Okay, so this guy comes off really nice and easily. It just clips off, so when it's full, you just unclip it and then pop it onto the compost heap or straight into the garden beds. So there we go, over there, and then you're just going to push this down, you see, and then that clips it. So let's take a look. Crash test. Oh, look at you. Oh, I like this. I like this, baby. Look. Can I carry on, Mason, or do I need to stop? I think I'm going to be told to stop. And Ari wants to eat it. So, guys, there it is. Unclip. Pull that back. Nice and easy. And there are all your... there are your leaves. Beautiful. That was effortless. Completely. That gadget really works. Brilliant. And of course, like any Gardena product, it's going to come with all those things. Long guarantee. Plus, you know that if something breaks, and this is the part that gets me excited. If I know I've got a secateurs that I lose a spring for, if I've got a lawnmower, which my brother has got, a little Gardena lawnmower, because he's got about this much lawn, and something fell apart, something broke, I know I can get the part. That's the beginning and end. You don't have to take it in and say, I'm looking for this. Oh, no, we don't import that one anymore. No, that nothing happens. No, we don't do that anymore. That's what's really important. So, yeah, I like this gadget. I think it's going to come in very, very handy. And, of course, then we always want to make life simpler, hey? So this is a little collection guy. It's got a little thing there. And it's got a little hooky thing here. Now, I've had these, but I've had the much smaller ones. So, there you go. There you go. How big is it? Big enough for me to hide in. when I don't want anybody to find me in the garden, I could so do this. Where are you? Very busy, very, very busy. So, collection bin, lawn and leaf sweeper, that's all you need. Make life simple. And guys, I'm actually going to do this now. I'm going to do this now because all of you are looking at these things and saying, oh my gosh, that is so cool. I really, really want one of these. And I met with the guys much earlier in the year. And they're like, we want to do something amazing for autumn. In fact, we want to do something amazing every month. So this is what they've come up with. You can win. Wait, you can win. I'm actually going to get this here so I don't really mess it up. I'm going to get this. So here's the competition. It's in the latest issue of The Gardener, which has the best beautiful indoor plant called Lucia. Believe it or not, that's actually a cyclamen. It's actually a cyclamen. It's so beautiful. Okay, but we're not going to talk about that right now. So here's the competition. What can you win? And I'm going to go through the list here because I know I'm going to leave something out. So you can win lawn and leaf collector, one of those guys. You can win an electric ErgoJet blower vac, a blower vac. You can win, and this is all in it. Hedge trimmer, electric hedge trimmer, combi system rake and handle. That's one of those that click in, click out, rake, click, hand here, that thing. Okay. Pop-up waste bag to hide children and other things. That thing I just climbed out of. And the 4-in-1 gripper. That's everything you can win. And it's really easy. All you got to do, scan the QR code, okay? Go to the Gardena website, check out competitions, fill in your name. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to scan a QR. You don't have to scan a barcode. You know, I've show proof of receipt. You don't have to do that. You don't have to fill a card with many pictures and stickers. You just got to put your name. Put your name on the website. Bang, you're in it to win it. And yeah, you can maybe have all of these things. Isn't that exciting? Okay, cool. All right, so please do enter it because I know you all want those things because they're super cool. Okay, now, shaping, because it is the time now where your hedges are going to get their last shaping before the winter. Now, these we actually took out of the veggie garden. You can see this was actually a full hedge. And we took them out as the individual plants because we've extended the veggie garden as one does. And so we're going to be pruning these to turn into beautiful hedges and plant them somewhere else in the garden. But this is the time now when you can do light pruning and shaping. And folks, if you've got just little bits like this, of course you can just do a light clipping like this. You can use a little a little hedge trimmer. You can use something electric. But the bottom line is that if you have got anything like this, this is now when I want you to give your hedges, anything that has got a bit out of control, you're going to give it its last major prune for the winter. If some of them have been badly behaved and you haven't maintained it, okay, you can do an aggressive prune now. So say for instance, and I'm going to come around this side, say for instance this is just too high, especially if it's an evergreen hedge, and I wasn't happy with it. Well, now is the time when I can actually do the aggressive prune, because now coming in from autumn, going into the winter, because of autumn I have that flush. Remember we told you second spring, the plant is going to be able to recover really quickly. There are 2 times that you do this. One is now in autumn, the next time is the end of spring. So second, third week of September. That's when you can confidently do any aggressive prune that you want. Okay, got it? Easy. Okay, so my poor little buxus, I'm going to take these and put it right here because it's come on team, what is it called? It's a mulch. Right, okay, let's put that there. It's actually recovered really well. I was really worried when we lifted the buxus. I was super worried, guys, because I thought, oh, because plants with small leaves like that, they can be temperamental. And we lifted those in the height of summer and popped them into pots, and they actually did so well. So I'm very, very chuffed about that. Okay, roses, guys, it's your last flush for roses. Now, your roses, hopefully, are looking nice and healthy, good foliage. Remember, in terms of roses for now, I want you to remember the following. You got to keep up the deadheading. You're not doing a major prune now. We're going to get to that in the next masterclass. You are not doing a major prune. All that you're doing now is deadheading. Remember, deadhead, okay? There, spent flower, you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th set. Take it off, okay? Let's do another one. Let's have a look here. Deadhead, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th one, and off it goes. That's deadheading. So you're going to keep that up to allow that next beautiful autumn flush. And if you're in subtropical areas, your roses can look amazing in the winter. They really can look amazing. And then remember, you're going to wait for your pruning. Wait. Have that last beautiful flush, and then you're going to prune. What's important is that we feed them because they need energy. Because roses are determined entirely by the amount of water that they get and by the feeding. And if you don't feed them, they cannot give you beautiful flowers. So what we have just done, and we did this last week. Yeah, we did. Yes, we did it last week. We gave them a good application of Atlantic flower and fruit, or fruit and flower. Guys, when we're feeding our roses, we do this, and we feed most of the things depending on but anything flowering, and our fruit trees, we're going to use flower and fruit, and it's going to be 60 grams, which is basically a handful. 60 grams is basically a handful. This is pelletized chicken manure. However, in the fruit and flowers, there's added potassium. What does potassium do? NPK, it's the N number in chemical fertilizers. Potassium encourages strong growth and flowers, which is why this combination of the chicken litter and the potassium works so well. So if all else fails, remember your instructions are on the back. Okay, here's your application rate, 60 grams every 6 weeks. All right, not only has it got the NPK, but it's also got calcium, magnesium, zinc. All right, that's really important because your calcium is going to give you strength. The zinc is one of your micro elements. So guys, please use this. Remember, if the dog eats it, it's going to be okay. It's a slow release pelletized fertilizer. And why do we say slow release? How can it be slow release? Because this is what happens. Take a look here. Let me just move this here. So we added a handful of this into some water because I want to show you that as water lands on it over time, in other words, when you are watering, so it expands, draws up all the moisture, and then breaks down. And then this forms part of the soil, and as it's doing that, it's also releasing the nutrition. So that's why it's called a slow release fertilizer. And that, my friends, is just packed full of nutrition. So please remember that, 60 grams per square meter, and feed. Okay, yes, throw the lappy. Okay, right, throw the lappy. Okay, let's have a look. We got some more questions, guys. Will you give the masterclass for rose pruning? Ask the boss. The winter masterclass will have rose pruning on it, so yes, I most indeed will. Melissa, so no more pruning after autumn or mid-autumn. The only pruning you're going to be doing, and this is, Melissa, I want to know where you live. If you live in a subtropical area without frost, you can still prune. Okay, but not heavy, not hard pruning. If you are in a frost area, hang back, pull back a lot. You're going to just do what I've showed you now. Okay, then you're going to nada. No, except for deciduous fruit trees, which you would prune midwinter. But if you're looking for more on what to prune and how to prune it, just go back on our YouTube channel under our lives, and you will see there's an entire live, I'm sure we did on winter pruning. We did an entire live just on winter pruning. So, and of course, the magazine tells you what to prune now. So the one that's on sale now will tell you the entire list of what you should be pruning. Okay. Gavin says, so nice to have this live show. Where can a person find the lilac pink agapanthus, please? It's quite nice. It's quite nice. So if you go on, I'm sure that Melansians are selling it online. So if you go to melansians.co.za or Plantland, I think it's Plantland. Go onto Plantland's website because you can order the agapanthus online or go to one of the Plantland branches. I'm not too sure where you are. If you in the Western Cape, pop along to your local Starkey's Garden Centre. There's one in West Coast Village and there is one in Constantia. Is that correct? Rosebank. Delicious cappuccinos. Yeah. And if you in KZN, Melissa's in PE. Melissa, you can prune till your heart's content because PE basically doesn't get a winter, so you are good to go. Okay, you can prune, go wild. But if you battling with the pink agapanthus, just drop us an email, please, and we will help you find one. Okay. Renesha asks, do bulbs grow in the Drakensberg? Will they survive the frost? Yes, they will. Absolutely, yes. We plant them now. They flower midwinter, early spring. They love the frost because most of these come from the northern hemisphere. The irises, the daffodils, Persia area, the old Persia. Ornithogalums grow in the mountains of the Drakensberg where you get thick snow. So absolutely, yes, they will grow. And you know what's beautiful? You wake up on a cold, frosty morning in winter and you walk outside and there the daffodils are with the little icicles on them and they just like, I'm here. In fact, they love it. They just love it. Okay, guys, let's get into what you should be sowing and growing with a few tips. I'm here. Okay, guys, let's have a look at what you should be sowing now, because remember, it's the same thing. Sow now. Get the beautiful winter and spring garden. Okay, I'm going to keep this very simple because there's a lot that I want to get through in this session. Really a lot. First of all, let's talk about what you should be sowing. Okay, now, the list is endless. Last weekend, I think I sowed, I think it was 14 batches. 14 batches of different seed. And you know, the thing is, I keep them in there's a fridge in the garage here, and I keep them all. So I get out my container and I'm like, yes, I want to sow you. Yeah, I want to sow you. Yes, I want to sow you. Yes, I want to. And I got a lot to sow. But that's the fun part, guys, is that it is the best time to do it now. So it's sweet peas. Come on, got to do it. It's beautiful sweet pea time. And remember, with your sweet peas, soak them the night before. Because if you soak them the night before, I'm going to show you what's happened. Let's just get rid of this over here. Soak them in a bit of water, because then this little outer coating here, because they've got a really thick outer coating. But look now. There you are. Where you come on, little guy. When you do that, this little outer coating comes off really easily, which means that your seed is not going to have to waste so much energy trying to crack through that. Imagine like a little chicken. Tick, 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 tick. trying to open itself out, trying to get through that egg. It's got to use a lot of energy. And when you soak your sweet peas overnight, and you can add a little drop of little specialness in, a little drop of this Calpac. Now, guys, this is normally 10 mils in 1 liter of water. Okay, 10 mils. They've made it very easy, stupid doof, because in the lid, here, 10 mils, 20 mils. So most people don't actually know this. I think it's quite cool. So here's your measuring thing inside there. So normally it's 10 mils into 1 liter of water. I would halve that, okay? So I would go 5 mils into 1 liter of water. Put that in here because kelp, you know kelp, seaweed, it's got all the nutrition. It's got a real spunk to it that helps to improve germination, strengthen plants, and just make them a bit more disease resistant. They actually give you more flowers, they give you more pollen. Oh, the list can go on. Okay, but anyway, we're not going to go there right now. So that's what I want you to do with sweet peas, guys. And remember, if all else fails, on the back of the packet are all the instructions. Okay, just FYI. All right, so pansies, guys. Sow your pansies now. This is the little dwarf sweet pea. It's a little compact guy. Remember, when your sweet peas germinate, as they come up, as they're about 5 centimeters long, just nip off that top growing point. Just nip it off like that. It makes them bush out a bit more. You have to sow calendulas. And I've got some calendulas here. These that we got from the garden center. So this is a calendula, guys. So easy. You can sow these direct because it's really big seed. What do you do with calendulas? Well, you can eat the petals. Okay, seriously. When you buy those packets of salad greens from that shop, it's got some Philly lettuce in, it's got some green stuff, it's got a bit of red, and it's got some orange. You don't even know what the orange is, but you're eating it. It's okay, it came from that shop. You're actually eating calendulas. They're high in vitamin C. You can take these petals, if you're steaming your rice, you just throw these petals into the rice and it turns the rice that beautiful, rich saffron. Saffron costs way cheaper than that, way cheaper. What we love doing, salty cracks, end of the month salty cracks. True story. Take these petals, put them into your butter, and then you have this extra nuttiness. Yeah, and they are great companions because they help your other veg, and they also help with root and nitrogen sharing across each other. So, like all the reasons to plant them. Okay, more. Namaqualand daisies. Sow these directly, guys. Please, straight, directly, hot, dry, sunny bed. Go for it. And you can get bigger packets of this as well. Godu is Californian poppies. Another winner chicken dinner, guys. That is like my all-time favorite. And I think maybe one day on my headstone, the love of Californian poppies will be engraved, because I just can't get enough of it. You know, I throw them all over. Literally, I just throw the seed and they pop up. And then next season, like at the moment, next season, they've popped up down near the little pond at the bottom in between the gravel, the volunteer. I'm like, ooh, I love it. Because then we just pop that little volunteer out and we move it and we plant it where we want it to be. So those are called volunteers, and sometimes we just leave them. Very, very important. Book by Feichies, guys. Book by Feichies. Absolutely incredible. Please sow them in a hot, dry, sunny position. You just got to get them germinating, and then you are good to go. So as you can see, you might need to set your whole Sunday aside because you're going to be sowing seed. Right, how do we get it right? This is going to be really easy, guys. Number one, of course, is we've taken this beautiful block of palm peat. I'd have used a bit of this, but you can see this is the container that I just keep reusing. So all I do is I throw it in here, obviously without the packaging, add 3 liters of water, and it makes 9 liters of my palm peat. So you can see this guy's actually still kind of in its shape, okay, because I stole the other half over the weekend. And then all you do is you just break it up, and you get this beautiful, beautiful lightweight palm peat that holds moisture, and it's just fantastic for germinating seeds in. So let me show you a very quick hack as how you can do it at home with enormous success. Enormous. Okay, so a lot of you will use seedling trays, or you'll use maybe some of these things, like these little recycled guys, or just the plastic ones. You know, you can use these 100%. There's nothing wrong with that. Or you can use the plastic trays that are kind of left over from when you've bought some seedlings. I mean, absolutely. Or you can do this. This has to be the coolest thing in the world. So what you're going to do is get a little bit of PVC piping. 40 mil or 50 mil? What is it? 50 mil PVC piping, okay? Ahoy. Right, you don't need a big one. 600. Yeah, you can buy little pieces of this. You're going to take that, and what you're going to do is you are going to measure. Follow the instructions. Stay with me. Stay on the line corner. 90 centimeters. See, 9 centimeters. You're going to measure 9 centimeters. And then you're going to get a hacksaw, exhibit B, hacksaw, and you're going to put it in a miter. Yeah, you don't know what that is. Okay, a miter box is one of those things that you buy, and it's got all the different angles, but you know what? You don't really have to do that. You don't really have to do it. Just mark it off, put it at an angle, and cut, okay, with hacksaw. All right, that's all you're going to do. That's all you need. Right. Away with you. Then, what you're going to do is take some newspaper. And not glossy stuff. Not glossy stuff. So we're going to pop that there. And we're going to put it this way like that. And all you're going to do is as follows. Take pen, marker. You're going to pop your little guy over there. That's your measure. Just mark off. There, there, there. Okay. Take one ruler. Look for where your marks are. I'm battling to see them in all these specials that are on this broadsheet. Craft knife and cut. Okay. Right, just one. That's all we're going to need. Take this. Now, you're going to take your little gadget here and you're going to pop it there. This is the important part. Okay, you pop it over there. And you're just going to take this and you're going to roll it. Not too tight, eh? Not too tight. Just roll it, roll it, roll it. Ding, da, ding, da, ding, da, ding, da, ding. Roll, roll, roll. If you really want to be, you can. They're all laughing at me. You could use water as well. Stick. Then, do you see where this join is here? Mace, can you see that? Okay, for those of you who have just joined us for the first time, Mason's my cameraman. I'm not talking to a ghost. I'm talking to Mason, and he's behind the camera there. And the poor man has been holding that camera for about 45 minutes now. So, right. So where this join is here, that's going to be your first fold. Fold that there, fold that there, fold that there. Okay, give it a tap. Now, before you do anything, and you've been wondering what is this lip for, the lip is the coolest part of this whole thing, because here I've got my palm pit, so I just do that because I've got now a little scoop. Okay, tap, tap, tap. All right, you're going to fill it up to that level there. You can see in there. Yeah, Roger, you with me? Then you take this, and as you're doing it, just make sure that that is going down. There we go. Pull this out. Ah, look at you, you're so no. Aren't you my own little pot? Okay, so there you've got pots. These are paper pots. Now you are going to sow directly into them. What would we sow, guys? Where are my sweet peas? Sweet peas, straight in. And what I would do is with sweet peas, I would sacrifice one. And I would do this with anything that you're sowing, that you're looking for, like the numero uno. Okay, so very easy here. I would put 2 in. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, once they've germinated, you're going to choose the strongest. You're going to choose the one that's the strongest, thickest leaves, nice sturdy stem. And then you're going to sacrifice the other one. You're going to nip it off. or you're going to pull it out. I would just nip it off. And what do you use it for? You don't kill it. No, you're going to use it as a microgreen. Okay, but what we've done is we have now done natural selection. Well, human selection. We have now decided which is going to be the plant that we're going to plant. So all you do is pop them in here. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, and then we fill with a wee bit more of our palm peat. Okay, a little bit on top. There we go. Most important part of this entire exercise. Tap, 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 tap. That, just that part there, that little tap, tap that I've done, it is the most important part of any seed sowing, because when you do that, that human contact, that contact of pressure, tells the seed somewhere in its genealogy, somewhere in its makeup, I have to grow. I'm good, all right? And then you can give them a bit of water. Once you've given them a bit of water, and guys, you're going to water them with a diluted solution of your kelp, please. And then we've put them in one of these little guys here. Keep the lid closed. They're going to germinate. As soon as they germinate, you can open the lids. And then you take this entire paper pot, and you plant it. Yes, that's the best part about everything. You plant it. So there's no disturbing of the roots. This then starts breaking down, adds organic matter into your compost heap, into your soil. It's wicked. It's amazeballs. So please go and do that. And you know what? If you're really trying to get the kids away from the iPad and this pad and the whatever that thing is that they're doing these days, let them make paper pots. Nice and cool. Okay. One thing I want to just touch on very, very quickly is a product that I have had the pleasure of using in the garden. And when they told me about it, I'm like, yeah, really, you talking nonsense. Like, come on. This can't be real. So they told me that this stuff, it's called Wet Sit. Now, I don't know about the name, hey? But never mind. We're not going to discuss that. It's called Wet Sit Duo. They told me it's made from orange extract, orange oil extract. I'm like, oh, come on. Now, you know what happens when we do this. Okay, this is something that is meant to kill hohos. It's meant to kill hohos, kill nunus. I don't know from previous experience, but the last time I smelt one of these that is in my cupboard, I like nearly fell over. I want to eat it. This is orange. This is orange oil extract. So what does that mean? It means if I drank it, nothing's going to happen to me, guys. It means that if I spray it, it's going to be a contact. It then sits on the leaves. You use 15 mils in 1 liter of water and 10 liters of water. 15 mils, 10 liters of water. What does it do? Orange oil extract is powerful. And here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. It will do. And look here. Come in here, Mason. I want to show you this. It will do aphids, black spot, but aphids an insect, black spot's a fungus. Yes, it does fungus and it does insects. Because it's an oil, it'll smother them. It forms a layer on the leaves. When that layer gets rehydrated, it activates once again. Okay? Mildew, whitefly, thrips, red spider. Awful. I don't know if you've had red spider and you've tried to get rid of it. By golly, I could get a nuclear bomb to nuke things. But it's okay. I've now got orange oil extract. So, yeah, a nice one to have. A nice one so you don't have to have 17 things in your cupboard. You can open your cupboard and you can have just something plain and simple. Okay, right. Do I have time to plant up a basket? Okay, right. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Autumn is a great time to make sure that your hanging baskets are good, ready to go. Guys, I'm going to whip through this. Now, there are different types of baskets, okay, that you can buy, and this is where you need to pay attention. Some baskets, calm down. Take a deep breath. I've been told to calm down. Did I take my medication this morning? Some baskets that you buy have this plastic liner in them. Good, great job. These are the more modern baskets, like the newer models. Other baskets just come with the coir lining. This is where things go pear, okay? Because you take this home and you're like, I'm going to plant up a beautiful basket. I'm going to look like an English country garden. I'm going to look like an English pub. And there are these beautiful baskets hanging outside. The reality doesn't really work like that, you know. I don't know about you, but yeah, some things can go wrong. So very, very simply, guys, all you need is 1 times black bin bag. Hey, I need to get sponsored by black bin bags. You know how much black bin bags we use? I think we need to get hold of Tuffy. Right. Okay, because they are the better ones. Don't buy those cheap ones. They just disintegrate when you look at them. So Tuffy bin bag, and all I want to do is pop it in here. All right. And this is where we get these. This is the tricky thing that I want you to pay attention to. Pop it in there, and then you're just going to make 1 or 2 holes. 1, 2, let's make 3. 3 holes in the bottom of the black bin bag. Because if I didn't do that, and I water after I've planted it, guys, the water pours through. It pours through. You continuously watering, and your poor hanging basket doesn't get enough moisture. And this is the part that they don't tell you about. So a black bin bag in here, 3 holes, and away you go. Now, in terms of the mix, this is where you need to do this, okay? You really, really need to do this. And what I'm going to show you very quickly is the mix that we use here at home. Guys, it's very, very, very simple. It's a bit of good quality potting soil. I've probably got about 3 liters in here, probably about 3 liters. What I add into that is some beautiful palm peat. How much? Oh, I'd probably say like a liter. But you know, I just scoop. So it's probably about a liter. Okay, of palm peat into that. And then my other ingredient that I'm going to use is this little secret weapon. And here, it's called Hydro Cash. Hydro as in water, cash as in catch. You'd use this in the granular form. So there it is. Okay. It is organic. It's biodegradable. It lasts for about 4 months. 1 little granule swells to like 40 times its own size, holding water. Yes, holding water. I actually haven't even deconstructed any here, but hold on a second. Maybe we can do this. No, that's not going to work. Oh, Tanya, what are you doing? Where? Help me. Oh, yeah. What am I looking for? Glass. Oh, geez. Okay, so I just want to show you it's really started doing it in my hand. So you just add some water to this, but look, it's already making this gel. So 1 little granule swells to 40 times its own size. And I'm doing this just to show you. Look at that. It's really going like this. You can put it on salads for special guests that are invited. But however, I wouldn't recommend it. But, you know, it could be also a substitute for caviar. Yeah, that looks like caviar. And it's completely biodegradable. And it's a polymer. So it's not going to hurt anybody. But there, look, there's no water. It's taken up the water. And I can add more water to this. So it's very, very small amounts, guys. So some of you live in areas where there's really bad soil, like if you're on the coast and you're gardening in beach sand. Folks, just take some of this stuff, and just sprinkle it on the soil and dig that into the soil where you're going to plant. So in a thing like this, I would add about 5 grams. 5 grams. The instructions are on the back. All right? Very small, but they're on the back. Get a friend to read it for you. Okay? And all I then do is mix this all in. And the other thing that I would do, because now I've mixed in the Hydro Cash, I would also add in 2 handfuls fruit and flour. And I will also add in 2 handfuls of bio rock. What is BioRock? Basically, it's a substitute for bone meal. If you've got dogs that love digging up your garden, substitute for that. It's full of calcium, fulvic, humic acid, all the good stuff. Use it when planting your autumn plants. Use it when planting whatever. Anything, put it in. Anything. Mix that up, guys. This is your magic mix. That's your magic mix. And that is what you're going to use for your hanging basket. And I promise you, if you use that, you will have a successful hanging basket. Because in your basket, now you are going to plant beautiful violas. Aren't they gorgeous? Primulas that you buy green. No, they don't have flowers on them. I know. Be patient. The flowers will come. You get beautiful little fairy little arches on top of them in white, deep pink, and in like a purple. Yeah. So get those in now. There's a new red primula. Cowabunga. Okay, I want that one. Look out for the red primula. She's coming to a store near you. Wherever you go. I mean, you could even pop in 1 or 2 little lettuce that you could then just pick as you need a salad. Guys, the options are endless. Baskets, whether you're growing herbs in them, whether you want just beautiful color. And even if you don't have a garden, you can just hang it up somewhere. So kind of that's the autumn wrap, hey? And if you're going to pick up your copy of Detainee or The Gardener this month, this month, you're getting some bulbs for free, packed in here. And if the bulbs aren't in there, you're going to take a picture and send it to me, because then I can shout at someone. Okay, so please, you should all be getting a packet of bulbs in there. There they are, courtesy of Hideko. It's the 80th birthday. You're getting some little Sparaxis. They are so new. Plant them. They come up in like 12 days, guys. Yeah, that's us. It's a beautiful time. Get out there and enjoy the garden. And thank you for joining us this morning. I hope you had as much fun as I did sharing autumn with you. A huge thank you to Stark Airs, to Atlantic Fertilizers, and to Gardena. And to you at home, God bless you all and happy gardening.
The Gardener Masterclass was proudly brought to you by Stark Airs, the foremost African commercial and home gardening specialists of globally sold premium seed and innovative gardening solutions, growing together for a sustainable future. And the Gardener and Detainee magazines. Get access to the greatest gardening minds, latest gardening trends, inspirational ideas and tips.
If gardening is your passion, digging in the soil is your pleasure, and growing your own food is your mission, we've got a lot in common. Get access to the greatest gardening minds, including yours truly, with the Gardener magazine, filled with the latest gardening trends, inspirational ideas and tips. Available from leading retailers or online at thegardener.co.za. From cover to cover, it's gardening at its best.